Welcome back to another episode of Pass the Puck podcast. I'm Fallyn McIntosh.
I'm Emily Harridge.
And this is episode 4. As you can see, we have our PWHL x Tim Hortons x Barbies here with us. It's actually probably Barbie x Tim Hortons x PWHL collab. I don't want to get that wrong just in case. But do you want to talk about the collab?
Yeah, the collab's pretty cool. I like all the pink going through it. It's definitely really cool to look at.
Have you tried the drink or the donuts?
I have tried the donut, not the drink.
And I know I've tried the drink and not the donut. So
well, the donut looks really cool and tastes pretty good. A lot of sprinkles.
It's just like a really good donut, yeah.
Yeah, really good. What about the drink?
The drink's pretty good. It's pineapple dragon fruit, and it's supposed to be like one of those Tim Horton quenchers, I'm pretty sure, probably. It seems like the similar style. I always get the lemonade one. I don't know if it's different. I feel like you can get the sparkling ones.
Yeah, there's sparkling ones. And they're like frozen ones, too.
Yeah, so I always do the lemonade because I just like lemonade. Cool. I think it's probably my favorite one out of those quenchers. It sort of reminds me, it's really pretty and pink. So it reminds me of like the strawberry acai lemonades from Starbucks. Yeah. But it tastes different.
Yeah, it's okay.
Also, my local Tim Hortons has like one section and it's just like everything's pink and it's amazing. And I walk in, I'm like, oh, PWHL Barbies, there you are.
Mine in my local area they got stickers. They're kind of like, they're not as cool as your local area, but it's okay. It's fine.
No, mine has stickers too.
Okay.
It's like stickers and there's like a spot where it shows the new stuff.
Oh, okay.
So it's cool.
We're equal, yeah.
Yeah. But we're going into 9th grade this year.
Yeah.
We're, like you said,
school's starting soon.
We're freshmen.
So fresh meat.
But yeah, I mean, you want to talk about Riverview?
Well, Riverview High School is the school we're going to, and it's been hard to get into. They've definitely, I guess, like, they've been trying to see everyone, but it's just been hard to get into, but it's okay. But I'm looking forward to either playing for their school, either the female hockey team or like a soccer team would be pretty cool. So that's what I'm aiming for, but it's going to be pretty cool that we're at the same school though. Yeah.
So I know Emily struggles to get in because she didn't take French and she's from the north side.
Yes.
So unlike me, I took French and I'm from the Pier, so I get in easy. And yeah, Riverview has a really good program, especially a really good French program. So I'm really excited to go there, especially for that new female hockey team. I'm excited for that too, to see where it goes.
Yeah, their sports teams they're normally pretty good. They normally place really well.
I think I'm more excited for the in-school things. Like, I know there's different clubs, not even like sporting clubs. There's other clubs. Like, I know I'm in band already because I have to say if I was a French band kid, which I am. So... but I know there's like the student council. There's a women's like group, Headstrong or something. Don't quote me on what some of these are. I just don't know. I know the names of them. But yeah, excited for review. Anything you want to say?
No, I've seen the clubs. There's normally a lot of clubs. Like in my school, we had, I think we had 3 clubs.
We didn't really have any more
clubs.
No,
so a band was a club, and then student council was a club, and then we had like a chess club. It was actually really cool.
Yeah, Riverview has a chess club too.
Yeah, it was really cool.
I mean, I don't think band's a club really though.
I don't know. They named it a club.
We get a grade on it. I don't know how it worked.
No, they didn't give grades.
Yeah, we get a grade. Yeah. So even in elementary school, I think there's a ski club too. I feel like they said that there's drama in that, but I think you can also make clubs too.
It's pretty cool. Maybe we'll make a club.
Maybe? Hockey club.
Yeah. Hockey club. I think it'll be pretty cool.
I know the school is really big. It's a really good school. A lot of people go there, and I know I had my tour last Thursday, when last episode came out. But I think I know where 3 things are. 4 things, actually. I think I can get to the cafeteria, the gym, 1 stairwell, because the stairwell's by the cafeteria. And I know most of my French classes are on the bottom floor.
I didn't really get too much of a tour, but it was I seen the gym and then the office. That was kind of it. I didn't really get much. It's all good.
Our school's sort of interesting because there's a B building, a C building, and then a D building, but there's no A building. So,
I think they said it like burnt down.
Yeah. I don't know the lore about it. People can probably research it, but we'll move on because we're going to talk about our summer.
Yeah, no, it was It's a lot, but we definitely had a lot of fun this summer. We were at the rink a lot.
Like 3 times, or I almost had 4 times one day.
Yeah, we were definitely in the gym and then on the ice and then
back
home.
Into the gym,
yeah,
back on the ice.
It was crazy.
We had I had an hour in between every ice time. We really enjoyed it too.
Yeah,
We're not trying to hate on it.
Yeah, no.
I really liked it because it made me get out of the house and I would get off my phone, which
yes.
Get off your screens, guys.
We like that.
It's tryout season 2.
Yes.
May Batherson was supposed to be this week, but we put Cheverie or Coach Kori as this week because our tryouts are coming. I know there's 52 girls trying out for the Cape Breton Blizzards U15 for the travel teams this year. So I know we want to make AAA, right?
Yes, but there's all the levels. There's A, AA, and AAA, but we're aiming for cracks and AAA. Yeah.
I know there's not very many spots on the AAA team. 52 girls. There's only, I think, 15 player spots on every team. So I mean, that's I'm not going to do math. I know 15 plus 15 is 30, so that's 2 teams, and another 15 would be 45.
Boom.
But yeah, I know I'm really excited, but also really nervous to make team.
Definitely nervous, but I feel like our hard work should come in real good. Yeah.
I know we would go to the gym before hockey usually.
Yes.
So,
yeah.
So I think we're very prepared.
Yeah, I think we're prepared. We're not going to be kind of gassed on the ice. We'll be kind of okay, we're used to this kind of thing. Yeah.
I know there's some people, not people in the Blizzards even. I was at Chris Culligan's, and I think a family friend was on, and it was his second ice time after the ice, and apparently he couldn't speak. So I feel bad for him.
Crazy.
Yeah, I have early morning skates now too, so that'll just help me even more. I know.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing. It's early morning skates, but I'm in a forward group and
I'm in a defense group.
Yeah.
So I don't have Emily.
I have get to see each other.
2 other girls from the Blizzards who I know in my age group, and then there's also a girl from Lynx who's there as well.
Yeah, mine hasn't started yet, so I don't know what's going on there, but it's all good. I think maybe we just get later ice times.
Is yours on Monday or what's going on?
I don't know what's going on there, but it hasn't started yet. So
Emily's confused. I'm confused too. I guess we'll just I don't know, get into the interview now.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoy the interview with Coach Kori Cheverie, and see you in the post. Our guest today made history as the first woman to be named a full-time assistant coach with a men's program in youth sport history. In 2019, she was behind the bench with Canada's gold medal winning UAT national team at the World Championship. Today, she's an assistant coach of Canada's senior women's national team and the head coach of the Montreal Victoire. Coach Kori Cheverie is known for her ability to develop players, push them to reach their full potential, and behind winning team cultures. Today, she's here to talk about something every young player needs to hear, what it truly means to be coachable. From New Glasgow, Nova Scotia, we are so excited to welcome Coach Kori Cheverie to the show. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Before we get into the big questions, we just like to start off with some icebreaker questions.
Sure.
What's one thing you always carry in your coaching bag?
Pens and gum.
Yeah, I was thinking I don't know.
What is one drill you love to run as a coach, but players do not like?
Well, the players, they always make fun of me for one drill we do. It's called Penguins, but I have many versions, and they like to joke about how many versions we'll get to. So it's called Penguins, and I'm not sure if they love it or hate it, but they seem to be into it when we do it.
Oh, wait, what is it like? I was thinking the Minnesota Mile or something, like a skating drill.
No, I mean, they do get a lot of skating in this drill, but it encompasses breakouts, passing, entry, ozone play. It's kind of an all-in-one drill, and it's a warm-up drill. So it's a little bit of skating to start practice for sure.
Seems fun. Yeah. What's the funniest chirp you've ever overheard on the ice?
Oh. Honestly, I don't hear them as a coach because I'm so into the game. we'd be going back a few years as a player. Maybe, you know, between the referee and myself, sometimes we have some really good funny dialogue that we end up being mad at each other, but then something is said and then we both start laughing and then it's all good again. So I think sometimes the interactions with the referees, always respectful, but can definitely finish on a funnier side.
I feel like I don't hear good chirps when we play. They're always just so short and like not short and sweet though. Short and mean.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, chirping might be a part of it, and people probably do it all the time. But I think you should just let your play do the talking.
Have you ever accidentally drawn up the wrong play on the whiteboard?
Yeah, that's happened. But it's more not the wrong play. It's more you might draw the wrong person in a certain position. So you're thinking this and then you're like, oh wait, this person can't go here. I need them to go here. So you kind of erase it. And especially in those high pressure moments like that can happen. And for us as coaches, I think it's just as important to almost practice those moments outside of the game. And you know, it's something certainly our coaching staff goes through the reps prior to of all the special situations that can happen and what we would be looking to do in those moments. But definitely practicing those reps certainly helps.
I feel like it would definitely be stressful, especially in like a high pressure game, and then you draw the wrong person.
Yeah,
I feel like
it's definitely stressful. It happens. We're human. Coaches are, you know, stressed and feel the pressure just like the players. So it's going to happen.
Yeah. If you had to jump into a practice as a player right now, what position would you play?
Right wing. Yeah.
Yes, I'm a right wing too. I like my wing.
Yeah, the wing
I'm lost.
the wing is nice. Yeah, the wing is a nice spot.
I'm lost as a forward. I'm a defense, so
Yeah, that's
I
okay.
don't,
Defense are really important. So are goalies.
definitely goalies. It sucks when we have no goalies at practice. It's
Oh, yeah.
bad. We've had like 2 practices in a row where we've had no goalies. We get skated at the end of every practice.
Uh-oh. Goalies, get to practice. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you could coach your dream line, who would be on your line?
Well, Poulain would definitely be there. Stacy, Debian and net. Jana Heffert on left wing. On D, Catherine Ward. And I'll go with Erin Ambrose.
Sounds like a lot of the Victoire players.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I think that we're in a very special era. I think that there's tons of players who have come before the current state of women's hockey, and there'll be tons of players who will come after. But it's not lost on me the moment that I am fortunate enough to live in right now, and the players that I am able to coach right now.
What's the funniest sign you have seen at a game?
Funniest sign. There's been some pretty creative ones. I think the PWHL does a good job of providing fans with the ability to showcase kind of what's on their mind and what they want everybody to see. But I really like to see when people tell us how far they've come to see a game or where they're from. You know, I've seen multiple flags in the stands, and anytime I see a Nova Scotia flag, I'm pumped. And I had a selfie on the bench pregame last year, where a young girl came down with a Nova Scotia sign, and we took a picture together. So, you know, I love the support that we have for women's hockey and what people are willing to do to come and watch us play. So, I'm just supportive of anybody who wants to support our group and come to the rink and show up. And it's a really special environment that we have in Montreal. So, and that's because we have special fans and they make it so fun to do our job.
I'm definitely one of those kids who do the far away signs. I think every game I go to, I do it.
Oh, good.
Unfortunately, my signs when I went to a Montreal Victoire game, they were confiscated.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was sort of a story. It was when I was on a trip. I interviewed Laura, Stacy, and Michaela Grant Montez, and so Michaela told me in her interview she really liked O. Henry bars. So, like the reasonable people we are, we bought her 5 O. Henry bars, and we made a cool sign.
Yeah.
But my sign got taken away.
Oh, no.
I mean, I made one on my phone really fast before the game started.
Mm-hmm.
So she still got her 5 O. Henry bars, and I got a puck.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's good. You got the outcome that you wanted.
Yeah. I think this year I went to a Toronto game as well, and I made one of those far away signs. It was like a flight one. And Allie Monroe saw it, and she signed my sign. So,
Oh, great. That's awesome. And a Nova Scotia girl.
if you weren't coaching hockey, what sport would you be coaching instead?
Ooh, good question. I mean, I love baseball. I've never coached it, but I'm a big Jays fan and they're obviously having a great season and playing good ball. And so I think it would be baseball. I'd like to take a stab at that.
Being from the Pictou County region, are you Sam's or Archibald's Pizza? Apropos?
Well, I want to support everybody back home. Typically we order Acropole, but definitely a fan of Sam's. And I think if you ever have Blair on the podcast, I think Blair is a Sam's girl. So I think both companies are pretty well supported.
Yeah, we did have Blair on, and she did say Sam's. My dad's from New Glasgow, so he really enjoys Acropole. I've never had either, so I don't really know. I gotta try it.
That should be your goal this upcoming season.
I guess we're just gonna move on to our first segment of our podcast. It's called Player to Pro.
Today's question comes from Layla from Cape Breton University Capers.
Layla wants to know, Coach Kori, what moment in your coaching career made you feel like you truly made it, and did it change your approach to coaching?
Oh, that's a great question. Do I know Layla? I think I might know Layla.
Layla Ludecchia? Yeah. She went to
Hi,
the
Layla. It's a very good question. I believe that there's some pretty pivotal moments in my coaching career that I think, changed the trajectory or propelled my mindset into a certain way of thinking. And, the first kind of pillar was my path in the coaching space started on the men's side, which is not very common for a female. I jumped right in, and I think having the courage and the bravery to do that on the men's side is something that I think, looking back on it now, that was a very important decision in my coaching career. Was not because I was coaching men, but just to have that belief in myself and have that courage and bravery to do something that maybe is a path less traveled. That's something that I look back on now and I'm really proud of. In 2022, for the Winter Olympics, I wasn't able to physically attend the games because I had COVID. And that was a big, monumental shift in my career as well, because it was the first time that I had felt like I had no control over a circumstance in which I had worked so hard to be a part of. But I decided to take back that control and find a way to contribute while being in Nova Scotia while the team was in Beijing. And so I was actually able to work with the team on a day-to-day basis, knowing that there was just a 12-hour time difference. So that was pretty easy math for me. And I was able to attend all the team meetings. I was having individual FaceTimes with players, doing video sessions with players, talking with the coaches and helping them strategize, all from Nova Scotia. So that just took my outlook into a whole new stratosphere of how I could really have an impact on the game and on the players. I've been privileged enough to be a part of Team Canada in many different capacities since 2017, from starting as a camp coach to an assistant coach of a U18 program to the senior team. And then I took a step back and went to coach with the development team, and just getting all of those experiences has been so pivotal in my coaching career. And obviously we've won some gold medals, which have been memories of a lifetime, and the amount of work that goes into it is something that you'd have to live and you'd have to see behind the scenes. But one moment was the 2023 Canada Winter Games, where Team Nova Scotia, we finished second, and we got the silver medal, and I'm really proud of that silver medal. And it's hard to medal in any sport. It's hard to be on the podium. And, that silver medal for Nova Scotia was something that I'll always remember. It was one of my most special moments as a coach, to bring a team that most people across the country would think would never make it to the medal round, and to be able to beat a team like Ontario in the semifinals to get to the gold medal game was something that was a combination of coaching strategy, player belief amongst each other, player and coaches working together to believe in each other as well. So that 2023 silver medal at the Canada Games is one of my favorite medals that I have, one of my favorite coaching moments to date.
Seems like you've done a lot of things with your coaching career. It's like you've won gold medal, a silver medal. I feel like you've done everything.
Well, I mean, not everything yet. There's still a lot to be done, which I know might sound funny, but first and foremost, I want to get to the Olympics physically. So that's the goal for this year. Working with La Victoire, this group is so special, and the core group that we have here that have been working tirelessly towards a Walter Cup. That's something that's still left to be done as well, and that's what we're pushing towards.
Next year.
That's right.
Next year will be the year. Third time's a charm.
I like your mentality.
There we go. Well, I guess we'll just move on to our main feature questions now of the show. So, Coach Kori, as many of us are getting ready for our tryout season, we really want to understand what it really means to be coachable. From your perspective as a coach, what does it mean to say a player is coachable?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great question, and I think there's very different ways to be coachable. Two most important things that every single player is in control of and can harness in their tryouts, and that's their effort and their attitude. The work ethic that you bring every single day to practice and to games. You've got to love the sport. You've got to love the game of hockey, and practicing for me was just as important as playing in the games, and bringing that work ethic every single day to the rink, and having that attitude. And it's easy to have a positive attitude when things are going well, but it takes a lot of effort to have an attitude to keep pushing the needle forward when things are not going the way that you had planned. And so those two key elements, having the effort and the attitude every single day, doesn't mean that you have to fake it. It doesn't mean that you have to pretend that you're happy, but you've got to be willing to push the needle forward of getting better every single day. For players, especially going into tryouts, like, are you getting enough sleep at night? Are you putting your phone away so that you can get as much deep sleep the night before your tryouts? Are you making sure you're eating healthy in that moment, and creating those long lasting habits that will help you to be coachable? As you can see, there's a lot of different ways, and myself as a coach, I still need to be coachable. So I am still an assistant coach to Troy, and I am still trying to do my best to provide what he needs to be, the head coach of Team Canada. And I have the same expectations and standards for the assistant coaches of La Victoire. Like, are they coachable? Are they able to bring things to the table that show me that they're still learning. And so it's all about learning. The second part about being coachable is being able to apply it quickly. So if a coach tells you, gives you feedback, gives you some information, are you able to take it and apply it right away? Because if you are, you're going to get better. You're going to show that coach that you're willing to take feedback that sometimes can be difficult. It sometimes can be hard to receive information that you're not doing something perfectly when we know we're not going to do things perfectly all the time. And certainly I think perfect is not always achievable, right? We're always striving for excellence. So being able to apply it right away is crucial.
Yeah, and that's really helpful. I feel like I've been cut. I joined hockey pretty late. I started off with skiing instead of hockey because I tried skating. It was not good, but I really wanted to improve because I love the sport.
Yeah.
But when I went out to my first tryout, I was cut. I had to play another year post, but then I put in the work that summer and I made the team this year. What advice you do have for players who struggle with receiving constructive criticism?
Yeah, I think, everything is about the way that we shape it in our minds. And it's hard, don't get me wrong. When I receive feedback, it's hard to think that, oh, I've been doing something wrong this whole time. But it's actually, if we kind of flip the script on what feedback is, if someone's trying to tell me something that's going to help me, I have to look at it as them being kind and them being kind enough to tell me that, hey, you know what, I'm not doing something that maybe could be done a little bit better. And we've worked with Team Canada, with La Victoire. We've worked a lot with mental performance coaches and sports psychologists, and the theory of kind versus nice. And someone who's being nice is going to tell you everything you want to hear. Oh, you're the greatest player. Oh, don't worry. Oh, that coach doesn't know what they're talking about. And unfortunately, we might think that that's what the player wants to hear, but it's actually going to be very detrimental to their growth. So having the courage to be kind to somebody, to tell them that, hey, I'm seeing something that maybe if you did it this way, you might see a little bit of a better result. And maybe just flipping that mindset from, this person actually is being brave and courageous enough to tell me, because it's also hard to give feedback. As much as it's hard to receive it, it's hard to give it as well. Because you also are wondering, okay, are they going to be mad at me if I tell them this piece of information? So having the lens that, hey, someone was brave enough to come and tell me something, I've got to look at it as them being kind towards me because they want me to get better. And I have to take that as something that's golden and hang on to it and go with it. And so I think it's just changing. There's a lot of different mindset shifts of, it's not a personal attack. It's just something that they're noticing that could potentially help you.
Yeah, I feel like I've gotten a lot of helpful things, but sometimes it wasn't exactly what I wanted to hear. But in the end, I took their advice and it ended up really helping
That's good.
my career.
Yeah,
So I think
that's good.
if I didn't do that, I probably wouldn't have made the team this year, and I probably would have went back to the house probably.
Yeah, good for you.
Thanks. But I know, especially during tryout season, everyone's extremely nervous. So some people struggle with confidence, especially when they aren't getting as much ice time as others. I felt this especially because I haven't really. I got benched during. We went to a lot of what's it called overtimes in our games. So we would go to 3-on-3s and 4-on-4s, but I wasn't exactly the player who was on the ice. Mm-hmm. So it was hard for me. I was questioning if I wasn't good enough. So it sort of lowered my confidence. But what advice do you have for players who are trying to build confidence and trust their development process?
Yeah, I think, confidence certainly takes time to build. Looking at it from more of a smaller step process than something that all of a sudden one day I just have confidence. No, it's about believing in and trusting in the smaller steps that got you prepared for your season. So did you put in the work in the off season? Did you go to the the workouts that you were supposed to go to? Did you maybe touch the ice a little bit more leading up into tryouts? Did you still continue to find ways to eat healthy and get into your sleep habit routines? And again, it's just about pushing the needle forward. It doesn't have to mean that you have to do the workout, the skate, the sleep, the eat healthy, but did you do something that day that helped you feel more prepared for the upcoming journey ahead? So you might have heard people say competence is confidence. So the more you feel prepared, the more confident you're likely going to be going into that environment. When people start to feel they're lacking a little bit of confidence, they start to question, okay, did I do that correctly? Or did I prepare well enough? If it has to do with ice time and a coach, that's certainly a conversation that your coach can have with you, and that you can go to your coach and ask questions. Hey, you know what? I noticed I didn't get the opportunity to play 3-on-3 or 4-on-4 last game. What does it take? What do I need to do as a player to play in those moments? Is it speed? Is it defense? Is it puck control? Is it X, Y, and Z? And those are not something that you can just change overnight or flip from one game to the next. That takes time. And so, but if you're just stuck and sitting there questioning without asking the coach about, hey, you know what? Like, I noticed I'm not playing 3-on-3, 4-on-4. It's your decision. That's okay. But I would like to eventually. So what are some of the tips that you have that can maybe get me into playing in those moments as the season goes on? I think a lot of it is just about collecting information, finding solutions, being very solution oriented. If something isn't working well, it's not dwelling on what isn't working. It's like still working on the things that make you a good player. Some people will say, well, I have to work on all of these things that I'm not good at. Okay, but if your shot is really good and you're consistently neglecting your shot and practicing that you're really good at, eventually maybe you're going to become okay at 10 things versus, hey, let's get really good at this and this and this and this, and let's keep practicing it. Keep practicing what you're good at, because that's just as important as practicing what you need to improve on as well. So, I think confidence all comes from preparation. We can say that someone else took away my confidence, but at the same time, like, I have to have that mindset to be able to not necessarily let that happen, or have the courage and bravery to go find the answers.
Yeah, I think compared to other years, the year when I got cut, I was very unprepared. I think I still had ice times, but I think compared to like this year and last year, for when I was trying out, I think I felt more prepared to make the teams this year.
Good.
And I think I've just felt more confident. And I think I did understand why I wasn't on the ice. I was a little bit timid. I tried to get the puck off my stick as much as I could, but I really needed to be more patient when I had it.
Yes.
So I've practiced that now. So hopefully when I make the team, maybe I'll feel more confident than I was.
Yep, for sure.
I guess we'll just move on to our second segment of the show, which is our last one. It's Pro to Pro, where we get a past guest to leave a question for our upcoming guest of the show.
Okay.
But before we get that, do you think you could leave a question for an upcoming leader in sport? We don't know who it is, though.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'm curious as to what this leader in sport does each day that they think improves their leadership skills for their team or for the people around them. So what is the one kind of tip that they think makes them a better leader, and what is the task that they do in order to achieve that?
That's a good question. But for your question, Renata Fast left a question for you. She was
Okay.
our last person we interviewed. So Renata wants to know, what is it like transitioning from being a player to coaching and not only just knowing but jumping into the men's game? What was the transition like, and how did you know you knew you were ready for the transition?
I don't think you ever fully know that you're ready for the transition. I think what I did know was that I wanted to pursue a career, and playing at the pro level, it's hard to it was hard at the time to pursue a job with the type of commitment that it required at the pro level. I knew that I wanted to be in hockey, and coaching and playing is quite challenging because often it overlaps, and there's a lot of times where you just can't make both work at the same time. So I think when I was done playing, I thought I knew a lot about the game, and then it turns out that there was a lot that I needed to learn from a coaching perspective, and how to teach the game. I think that's one of the biggest things that has really engaged my level of curiosity with the sport is how to teach it to other people, how to make it easier for other people to understand. And the way that I coach now is I'm constantly looking at different ways that a player can absorb information quicker. Whether it's, hey, I have all of these ideas and I need it to become this one phrase so they know that if we're defending something in this way, I'm going to call it this, and they know that that's what it is. And I can even help from the bench. I can yell it, or they can yell it on the ice, and they know. So I think I don't know if I was ever fully ready to stop playing. I still played for quite a while after, but just at a lower level. What really got me into the game was the curiosity with how to teach it to other people. And I think that that's something that I continuously strive to improve on is how do I make this game easier for others to understand? And that's how I try to teach and coach and get the players better and get the team better.
Yes, and thank you so much for being able to join us today.
You're welcome.
It means a lot, but knowing that the goal of our podcast is to try to inspire future leaders in sport, what's one thing you'd like to leave with our viewers today?
Stay in sport as long as possible. It's easy to be scared or get deterred from being in the sporting world. It certainly is, a space that is becoming a lot more inclusive, and but there's still hard times that come with sport for sure in every different type of way. Stick with it. It is definitely worth it. There are tons of different opportunities within sport that you'd be surprised that come along, and the different people that you meet. And, if you're someone who's interested in the fashion world, or the makeup industry, or the marketing world, staying in sport will open those doors. And there is definitely a collaboration that we're seeing with everything. I mean, we see the most recent Barbies that have come out with Fallyn and Nursey, and there's a whole other team on the other side of that Barbie project that is connected to sport. So you can see all of these different collaborations that happen that are connected to sport. But who knows, if Pooh and Nursey didn't stay in the game, would they ever be doing a collaboration with Barbie? Probably not, right? So there's so many doors that can open for you in this. And I'll give you an example for me. I wanted to play on Team Canada growing up. That was my goal. That's what I wanted to do. And I never made the team as a player, but now I'm a part of the team as a coach. And that was something that when I was a player, I didn't even think of. I never thought I wanted to be a coach. I always wanted to be a player. But your aspirations change, and new doors open, and new possibilities occur. And so I would just say, what I would leave with you is stay in sport as long as possible, because the possibilities are endless.
And thank you so much for being here again. It means a lot for us that you were here. It means a lot that you took your time of your day and joined us today.
Of course, and kudos to you too, and Pass the Puck podcast. This is courage and bravery personified. So keep doing what you're doing. And look, I didn't even mention this, but we're in sport and you're running a podcast. So there's tons of opportunities as long as you stay in the game. Stay in the game.
Thank you again.
Thank you. Okay, bye, you guys.
Bye. Hey everyone, us again. I hope you enjoyed the interview with Coach Kori. So we're just gonna get into a little recap now.
Yeah, it was definitely really good for a tryout season.
Yeah, I know her advice was really well. I know she talked about being a coachable player.
There was a lot. It was like effort and attitude matters big time.
Confidence comes from being prepared. I know we were very prepared this summer. We were on the ice, I think, every single day of the week. Maybe not the weekends. I feel like none of the camps were really on the weekends this year, but basically we would shoot pucks in our garage or we were really prepared. But yeah, it
was definitely.
I know her advice was really helpful for me.
It was definitely helpful. Yeah, she definitely made it more understandable of a coach's side of the game from a player. Yeah,
I know I'll be trying to implicate her advice into my game and just for this tryouts, especially the attitude and just everything, really. Her whole episode helped me, I think, as a player. I know our first tryouts today for the rep teams, it's technically a warm-up skate, but I mean, I'm going to treat it like a tryout.
Yeah, treat it like a tryout. And we're in the same group, so we can push each other. It's definitely good to have someone with me.
Yeah, I know. It's amazing that I have someone who's on my team with me, so I won't be alone. I mean, you're also a forward, though, so I don't know if they split us up into defense. That might be.
Yeah, I think they do.
But I'll make friends.
Okay. Yeah,
I do have friends.
Oh, good.
I think, hopefully. Yeah. But, yeah, I really hope this advice helped you. I mean, on Pass the Puck, we don't gatekeep. We ain't no gatekeepers.
No gatekeepers. Come on.
Share our advice, our wisdom. So wisdom's coming. So I hope you guys like the interview and
be on the ice.